We moved into the house when I was 16. I remember walking up the steps into the dusty old Victorian home as if it happened only a day ago. Believe me, I wish it hadn't. I wish I had told my parents of the weird feeling I got around that godforsaken place. I should have told them that the hairs on the back of my neck stood up the second that I passed the threshold and stepped into the grand entryway. This is my story. I wander up the winding spiral staircase, glancing in every direction as though not to miss one detail of the house. Something isn't right here, and I will find out what that is. At the landing of the stairs, there's a small hallway. At one end, there are 2 doors. I open one to find the master bedroom. In the center of the room, there's a large bed covered with a thick white sheet to keep the moths away from the delicate cloth. The space is also occupied by a dresser and a nightstand in the same condition, and a bathroom at the far corner. My mother follows suit, brushing past me and into the large room. She yanks the sheet off of the bed, releasing a plume of blinding dust. We both delve into hysterical coughing fits until the cloud dies down. She does the same with all the other furniture, and once all the dust settled, she turns to me. "It's beautiful, isn't it?" I nod in silence and glance around her room once more. "Your room is next door," she smiles. I turn and walk out of the room and to the door right next to hers. Throwing it open, I walk into a room only a tiny bit smaller than the master. Yet, there's much more furniture in here. A bed, nightstand, desk, dresser, and a wardrobe. It's pretty cluttered compared to Mom's room, but it's still roomy. I pull the sheets off of everything. The natural light streaming in from the 2 windows made the dust glitter and swirl before it all drifts down once more. The dark wood and wrought iron style gave the room a cozy feeling. Maybe this place isn't so bad, I mumble to myself. It takes a few hours, but we finally unload the U-Haul and get everything inside after cleaning up all of the dust, and then another few hours, putting everything in its place. My mother and I stand back and admire our work in the living room. "Your father would have loved this place," she whispers, a tear streaming down her cheek. I nod, choked up. "Get some sleep, kiddo. You have a lot of exploring to do tomorrow." She knows that I'm a curious person, and with our new house being backed by nothing but woods and uninhabited land, I will have my hands full. I jerk up, pulled from my peaceful, happy dream. "Shit!" my mom exclaims from downstairs. I jog down the stairs after pulling on my robe. "What's going on?" I say as I step into the kitchen. A jam jar is shattered into a million pieces on the tile. I bend down to help Mom pick up the shards from the sticky mess. "I'm sorry I woke you up, honey. It just slipped out of my hands." "It's okay, Mom." I smile. "Go on, kiddo. I know you want to check that out," she says, jabbing her thumb in the direction of the backyard in the forest. I smile and get to my feet as she continues cleaning up the jam. I grab a granola bar for breakfast and run up the stairs to get dressed. I poke around the trees, catching sight of many deer and a fox on my way deeper and deeper into the woods. I scan the area in front of me, choosing a good path, when something catches my eye. A house in the distance. Neighbors? I ask myself. I didn't even know we had neighbors. I speed toward the house. Why didn't the realtor tell us we had neighbors? I get about halfway to the little clearing the house rests in, when I notice we don't have neighbors. The house is abandoned. Our house is old, but this one is obviously older. The roof is dilapidated, the walls are caving in, and there are many small trees poking through the empty doorframe. Perfect. I jog up to the porch and slip into the house, carefully making my way through the halls, making sure that I don't step on any loose spots or holes. I explore all of the first floor and the second floor until I see a small hole in the ceiling leading to the attic. I jump up and pull down the flight of stairs. By this time, it's dusk, and less light is coming in through the broken or empty window frames. That was my only source of light. One part tells me to turn back and go home. Mom has dinner waiting. The other part of me urges me forward, urges me to take the risks, and I do. I climb up the stairs into the attic. The darkness covers me like a shroud, and I shiver from the sudden cold. Stop, I tell myself. This is enough. Go home. I turn to make my way out of the house, but I can't find the trap door of the attic. Hello. A voice coos from behind me. I whip around again, and I see two glowing orbs. One is a stunning green, and the other of a piercing blue. I stumble back until I hit a wall. Oh, please don't leave me. It's very lonely up here. The eyes come closer. I hear a small click, and a tiny dim light bulb flickers to life. Before me stands a mangled man covered in scars, huge bent wings coated in black silky feathers expanded from his back. His face is covered with a wolfish grin of pointy teeth, and his body is covered by what was once a fancy suit, now torn and dirty. I do not want to be alone any longer. His eyes are sad, the color dimming. I have the overwhelming feeling that he is truly alone. He can't be that old. Can he? What are you? I stutter. I don't know. I have not a name, or a kind. I will not let you leave. The eyes are now devoid of sadness, and filled only by malice. You can't leave this house. I won't be able to escape. The realization hits my mind like a pile of bricks. Make your decision now. Stay, or I kill. I wince. The creature's eyes soften. You may leave, if I come with you. I shake my head. I can't walk around with a creature trailing me. I can solve that, he says, the wolfish grin returning. Did he hear what I was thinking? He reaches back, pulls a black feather from his gruesome wings, and walks over to me. I'm terrified, but I try not to show it. He reaches behind me and digs the end of the feather into the side of my head, behind my ear. Things flash back, then go back to normal. The winged man is still standing in front of me, but the scars are gone. Only you may see me. I am in your mind. And from then on, he was in my head, appearing all of the time to talk or otherwise constantly talking in my mind, never leaving me alone, always there. This is my suicide note. Or rather, a recording. He has never left me. And I am losing it. Goodbye.